And Owusu gets the rebound. Sellers will let it fly from 3. Gets it to go. With a 23-point advantage here on Big Ten Plus alongside Josh Kaplan, I'm Ben Curtis. Thanks for hanging out with us here on this Tuesday now into the early afternoon as Sellers lets it fly for 3, knocks it down. Why? Shyanne Sellers.
And it may be sunny outside in College Park.
And more pressure put on by the Lancers. Maryland able to break it. Sellers one more time, long way out. Shyanne Sellers.
Threes here inside the Xfinity Center.
Terps by 27 on Big Ten Plus. And they are right about there, 79% here so far today. Sellers dishes to Koslova for 3. Gets it to go.
Bibby looking for somebody in the post. It's Collins. She goes up top instead to Owusu and Adam Masonis. Good pass. Sellers, the 3. Put it in. The freshman Sellers hits it. Her first basket of the night. And look at this pass. The double team came and Masonis just looks up and dishes it off.
And that's where Faith Masonis is at her best. She's not kept her pivot, swivel, little up and under with the right.
Sellers takes it away to the basket and in, the freshman. Terps lead 79-55. Bibby gives off to Sellers. 3. Good for Shyanne Sellers. Her second of the night, and it's long range for the freshman. Sellers with 10 points. Terps have 5 players in double figures for the second time this season. Little turnaround, and she got it. Let Shyanne Sellers cook. Brenda Freese is loving it on the sideline.
They swing it around the perimeter. Bibby trying to knock it away, and she does. Bibby on the other end, the layup. Bibby's got 6. And Mount St. Mary's is going to use its second timeout.
Bibby doing it on both ends. Swipes the pass.
Sellers the drive, and no good, but gets her own miss. Puts it back up, the shot and the foul.
Talked about it before, Maryland never stands around. And as Sellers misses the initial opportunity.
Shyanne Sellers all by herself. Knocks it down.
Owusu, 3 ball, misses. Offensive board for Bibby. Sellers inside. Reese up, easy for the sophomore.
The ball movement on that possession. I know Owusu missed that shot, but they get it right back. Sellers with the steal.
And the reverse with the kiss. Let's look at this again. Tipped the pass and went up for the easy reverse land. But when she's driving downhill, that's another thing. You got to be physical with her, but she's going to beat you almost every time. Another steal for Maryland. Over the top to Owusu. In transition. Fake shot and good. Sellers working in the paint. Up and under. She got it. Right hand sky hook off the glass.
Gets the steal as well. Sellers knocks down the 3 in Xfinity Center. Electric.
And right here, their 1-2-2 press. Paying dividends. An opportunity to take some momentum into the 4th.
Sellers loses her footing, but gets it to Bibby. Perfect stroke. She hits the 3. 2 away from her career high of 30. 3rd time this season above 20 points. As Shyanne Sellers gets the 3-point play, the freshman making her presence known today.
No fear by the rookie. The freshman.
And a trip, no whistle. Back out to Mbandu, who threw it up. Would have been better to bring that one back out. Reese down the floor. Great patience. Let Dwyer fly by, and Maryland's largest lead is 4. Sellers back on the floor. All those minutes she played against Baylor, as well as in the Bahamas. That's a good-looking shot. Give her the 3. Dixon can't draw her 5th. Sellers with the nice jumper, and it's a 10-point lead.
Doumbia is in as well for Purdue, and Brooke Moore. Moore has been deadly from 3. Her pass tipped away and stolen by Sellers.
The rebound off the miss, but they too have seen their share of ranked opponents. In fact, common ground with Stanford and NC State as the Terrapins score on the break.
14-point game. points. Maryland group with 4 losses on the season. As Sellers drains the 3. Speaking of talented scores, Sellers able to get herself a shooter's roll. Finds yet another bucket. This time it's a 3.
Owusu splits a double team off the screen, fires it into the right corner where Shyanne Sellers was spotted up. Her 3 is good.
They're playing with really good composure right now.
Nolan, just one of 8 players in a major conference shooting 45% from 3 on at least 4 attempts, and a nice answer there from Maryland.
On the court, but instead over to the other side for Shyanne Sellers, who's checked into the game. Sellers will uncork from 3 and knocks it down. Shyanne Sellers, the freshman from Ohio. A little bit of the commentator's curse in the first quarter of play. It was bound to happen at some point, so we might as well get it over and done with, Josh. As Sellers pulls up from beyond the arc, way beyond the arc, and hits it. Shyanne Sellers with a couple of deep ones in the early going. We take another look at the 3 ball from Sellers. She's a really interesting piece for this Maryland team, Josh. After Reese is able to knock down the second and 2, so it's a 5-point lead for the Terps as they put some pressure on. And Sellers is able to get the steal. Shyanne Sellers coming the other way, turns defense to offense for 2. And the way they got to their largest of the day was with this steal and score.
Yeah, and a great scoop and score, but we see Sellers.
Good skip pass to Miller. Extra pass for Sellers. Top of the key and hits it. Shyanne Sellers is into double figures. Maryland has been there on the other end. Shyanne Sellers from 3. Maryland by 18 on Big Ten Plus. Sellers squaring up and knocking it down. Shyanne Sellers has 4 for 7 from beyond the arc.
Desperate for a bucket, though, as Rutgers has come back just a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. Sellers to Miller for the long-range 3 ball and hits. And that kind of shows a lot of what is missing without Stringer. Great pass from Sellers to find Bibby in the paint.
That's another thing about them pressing, too. It's really easy since they play 2-3. They can just drop right back into it.
Back to Sellers, a couple steps in, finds the back cut from Miller and converts. Gives off Sellers, now down inside. Reese backing her way and getting it all underneath.
WBB, follow for the best Big Ten highlights, videos, and images from the court straight to your feed. Join the community and follow B1G. Sellers to the rim, pretty finish.
Just gonna fact check, I did not do the game, but I watched the game. And it was more impressive watching. I don't think I could have done it. My jaw would have dropped too much. Not enough words would have come out.
We got a lot of players like that around the Big Ten Conference in women's basketball.
Loudon heating up, and she's the type of player, once she gets going confidently, she won't stop going.
Right back the other way, the answer.
Maryland switched up what they were doing defensively, showed a little matchup zone, went back a little bit to man. In the first half, you see Angel Reese get the bucket to go. First half, Maryland was...
They've done this all game, just hung around. Can't lose Angel Reese, though. That's the issue. Back to a 9-point game.
From Widener to strip that one.
Yes.
Sellers for 3. It goes. A crafty way to get it in there, though. Hit both sides of the rim and then rolled up and good. Now she goes. Hesitation, then a crossover. Inside, back to Sellers. Now Sellers will drive in. She's walled off, but she turns away from the defense and makes the J.
Up top for Sellers, will let it fly and knock it down. All fairly local with the exception of Williams out of Toronto. You got Cron out of Wisconsin, a couple more players out of Illinois and Minnesota. Sellers lines up a 3 and hits it. And Maryland looking to turn defense to offense. Sellers rather gets it inside for Miller. Nice dish and a nice finish. Bibby gets it right back in on the post, looking to kick it out and does. Under 10 seconds now for Maryland to shoot as Sellers is able to connect.
Just a freshman. And wow, Shyanne Sellers has really come on strong as the season has evolved. Look at her on the ground.
And Miller breaks free. 2-on-1 with the left hand.
And right here, she's going to be disruptive on defense. Look at Brenda Freeze joining in on the trap. As the ball gets kicked forward, Diamond Miller extends.
Go inside. Terps in front. Cleared.
By the fans as well, because Maryland going right inside.
Crucial moments here for Ohio State without Sheldon on the floor. Sellers with the block. That is 3 straight possessions where she has come up with a huge play on that end of the floor.
I mean, she's not afraid
to score easy buckets. No one's taking advantage of having an open look right away.
Shyanne Sellers for 3 from Reese.
How about the inbound? But the inbounder is always one of the most open people you can't forget about. Then Roush comes down, almost trying to, and teams have to guard Brown, which means they have one less player that can come down and double team Hillman.
Sellers on Nolan. In it goes. Huge bucket for Maryland in the closing seconds of the third. Maryland trims the deficit to 4 going into this season. Kim Barnes-Arico said it was one of this team's goals to win in College Park this season. Here's Diamond Miller after the steal. The 20th turnover for Michigan leads to a bucket for Maryland.
It's fun when everybody's involved like that.
That was Nolan's 4th foul, however. They want her to stay involved for the final 3:35. Shyanne Sellers, skilled.
Maryland near 50%. Benson just keeping her dribble. Finds Sellers deep in the court.
Sellers being a 3-and-D player. She can lock you down on defense, and by the way.
Sellers gonna line up a 3 again. She's got it. That's 2 threes for the freshman today. Currently holding on to that 4th seed for the Big Ten tournament. Going down to Reese, her 2nd 3-point play today.
Reese staying so active, and because she's constantly moving, she's tough to guard. There's a little bit of a pick and pop, and then Reese takes it off the dribble.
Still a 4-point game. Sellers attacking hard against Patberg, and she will finish on the left side.
Sellers, just a force to be reckoned with on the offensive end, creating some separation, but that little bit of a hesitation allows her defender to get caught off guard. Patberg goes flying.
Sellers likes what she sees, going up against Berger and hits the 2.
Unstoppable. Then the freshman Sellers, like it.
I see a real maturity from this South Carolina team in terms of their offensive patience.
Oh, great catch by Abby Myers. She has 9 already in the first quarter. Sellers buries a 3.
And especially when you take in consideration the defensive end of the floor, I mean, she has an incredible impact. Boston does.
Goes all the way up top to Lavender Briggs. Now Sellers in front. Good move by Alexander. 2 points for her. Now it's Dingle. Goes inside, floats one up. No good. Here's a break for Diamond Miller. Easy 2 points off the glass for Diamond Miller.
Here we see Shyanne Sellers getting it to Diamond Miller up in the open floor, and as easy as they'll come.
Now playing defense against Elisa Pinzon. Shyanne Sellers, step back. Good. Sellers grabs it away, and she has Diamond Miller breaking. Miller wants 2 more. Gets them.
Sellers. Great look inside. Masonis, tough shot. Faith Masonis. Sellers, they go down low. Alexander getting her way down. No good, gets her own miss. Sellers drives in from the left. Oh, that's a pretty reverse layup for Shyanne Sellers. Maryland has their biggest lead of the afternoon. It's up to 16. Deflection here out of bounds to Davidson. Shyanne.
The 5th time now for Nebraska turning the ball over. Shyanne Sellers trying to make quick work of it. She gets the basket to go. They called the foul. Looks like they'll count the bucket. And Shyanne Sellers will go to the line for 1.
Yeah, Shyanne Sellers just turning it onto attack mode here. Just sees a lane, finds.
Shyanne Sellers and the Terrapins trailing by 3 points out of the timeout. She drives all by herself and lays it in.
valuable so far early in the season for Purdue.
When you return all 5 starters, but not all 5 of them are starting this year, that's when you know you're deep, as Pinzan drills one.
It's taken a while for Maryland to find a rhythm and adjust. They have enough talent to find it. It's just going to matter of time before this team starts to click.
Abby Myers off the window. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. And another turnover. Numbers the other way for Sellers. Step through and to the basket. Diamond Miller taps it into the hands of Sellers. Wants to push the pace, and Sellers falling to the hardwood. A chance at the 3-piece.
Shyanne Sellers has fantastic length and quickness to.
And a turnover back to Maryland, a chance to take the lead. Briggs lays it home.
Beautiful job. Faith Massonis save it out of bounds. Get the ball down the floor. Briggs with the finish. We got ourselves a ball game.
6 seconds to play. Out to Sellers for the win. Yes! At the buzzer! And Maryland wins in Mackey.
But stays ready. Myers, fantastic shooter, gets the ball into the paint, stays patient. Sellers rises up as a shooter, wide open, bada bing, bada boom. She gets it off in time. Maryland wins it all.
Ball game. 0.9 left on the clock as Sellers drills it. What a time to make your first 3 of the game. Sellers was 0 for 3 before that shot.
3 turnovers now for Inej. Myers, the skip, Sellers, got it.
Shyanne Sellers has been really, really good. Are getting it done from the outside. Shyanne Sellers.
Sellers scores inside.
Man, she's been so good.
Myers. Sellers to beat the buzzer.
Abby Myers moves over a step in front of the 3-point arc. Misses, but a nice rebound from Shyanne Sellers. They get it back to number 0, who knocks down that one from downtown. Renee Alexander will enter from Massonis.
And here's that 3 from Sellers again. See the good form, but it's kind of weird when she shoots the ball. She doesn't really get any spin on it. It's kind of like a knuckleball action, but it doesn't matter.
Minnesota pulls to within 5. Down low, puts it up and puts it in. Shyanne Sellers, nicely done on the other end. Down low, grabs her own miss. Mishaw back up. Massonis and Sellers there. Miller's hands up, and that's going to prevent Amaya Battle from making that shot. Quickly finding Abby Myers once again. Diamond Miller leads the charge, puts it up a bit too strong. Shyanne Sellers, nicely done to get the ball back. Myers gets it back to Sellers, who puts it up.
All kinds of looks, whether it's the press working and Shyanne Sellers getting rewarded for her steal, or
pokes it away from her to get the steal. Abby Myers, the 3 on the other end, no good. Pinzan right there for the board. Myers swings it to Shyanne Sellers from the corner, knocks it down.
Fake a pass to make a pass and get that ball where you want it to go.
The pick and roll, Massonis goes up to get it, and she finishes on the left side too.
Well, Brenda Fries calls Faith Massonis the mom of the team. She is just all about togetherness and fierceness.
Quick pass in the corner. It is Sellers, answers right back for 3. Streeter gets it off the missed free throw, and Sellers takes advantage of the miscommunication. She'll just pull up from the elbow.
And Sellers is here to play the game the right way, shooting the gap, getting downhill, stopping all 10 toes down.
This is Sellers. Driving, putting it up and in. Nice layup there by Shyanne Sellers. Are aggressive, trying to get these boards, and Michigan State has been getting upset. Alexander, that's a great pass from Sellers, who celebrates it accordingly. Instead opted to give it to Hageman. This is taken away. Massonis sticking with it, giving it off to Myers. No look pass, and putting it in is Briggs.
Just active hands in the lanes. We talked about Faith Masonis' energy, her effort at the defensive end, tips it to herself, gets it to Sellers, who sees Lavender Briggs and then ends up making the no-look pass for the easy bucket.
With 14. Putting it up, blocked by Sellers. She's gonna say no way. Boy, is this Maryland team having a lot of fun out there.
And Shyanne Sellers especially, she always got a smile on her face when she makes a good play. Really good job there of not getting.
Miller off the bounce, what a kick out. Sellers pays it off with a three. How about that pass from Diamond Miller?
Knocked in by Parrish, and then Diamond Miller right here. Oh, kicking it to the corner, and Shyanne Sellers.
Sellers, really tough shot, count it, and the foul. How about that from the sophomore?
Shyanne Sellers, look at her eyes. That's telling the story, splitting the defense, taking the tag, and finishing with strength.
Sidibe, pressured. Gonna have to throw it inside, and Sellers takes it away. Long pass, Myers layup good.
We saw on this play right here, look, perfect rotation into that middle area. They want them to throw the ball in the middle because that's where the rotation moves to.
Got one of two, and now Maryland gets the ball back. Sellers gonna drive, putting it up and in. A nice layup there by Shyanne Sellers.
Putting your body on the line, Shyanne Sellers is willing this Maryland team.
Sellers back to Myers. That's a great pass. Reynolds wasn't ready. Sellers open three. Good! Shyanne Sellers connects. He exploded for 8 points.
Get another look. Reynolds, the freshman, finding the open Sellers, and that's butter.
Schmeichel working inside. That pass intercepted by Masonis, who's going to give it up to Sellers. Sellers, no look pass to Miller, who finishes it off.
Who's been lethal this game so far from that three-point line. Trying to get some space, she does, gets the shot up, and it goes in.
It's against a bigger, taller Sarah Williams, and right now Maryland hustling up the court. Badger's got to get back.
Sellers driving forward, short jumper, that's in. Now she's going to break into the 20s. 21 points on the day so far for Shyanne Sellers. Maddie.
Kroll inside. Boy, athletic play from the backside defensively. Sellers comes across to disrupt the shot.
Izzy Bourne thinks she's got a great left-handed layup there, and just at the last second from the weak side.
Miller drives in again. Kicks it out. Open look for Sellers. Three-pointer for Shyanne Sellers. 8-0 run by the Terps. And then Hybe is fouled. And the sarcastic applause from the crowd.
To lead Maryland.
Layla Filia, 40% shooter from three, can knock that shot down with consistency.
But absolute brilliant ball movement on the other side. And again, that lead is a dozen. The feed into the post, and Miller.
Miller is the top 5 defender in the Big Ten in terms of creating steals like that. Just over 2 a game, and then here comes Shyanne Sellers doing her part.
Sellers against the smaller Shaycheski, no match there, one-on-one, and a timeout called with Maryland leading 6-2. It's a 7-0 run for the Terrapins. Sellers, the blow-by, and one.
And that's why that was one of Brenda Freese's keys coming into this game. You see Shyanne Sellers, a sophomore, change gears, change speeds, but the purpose was one thing.
In the corner, it is Sellers switching the three.
Shyanne Sellers, no different.
Basket on the other side for Penn State. Sellers looking for 2 in a row. Thomas right there to clean up the boards. But the layup, no good. Up ahead is Myers, who sneaks away and gets the easy 2.
Here's Sellers evading, taking and finishing.
Nice work from Shyanne Sellers. 26-16, Iowa in front. Sellers, nice look inside, and the easy finish for Alexander. Iowa has put up 54. They're shooting 67% as a team as Sellers gets it to go, plus the foul. That'll be the first on Clark, and a chance for 3 for Shyanne Sellers. Looking to follow a really strong lineage of outstanding pros. Meanwhile, another turnover. Sellers bounces ahead. Pinzan lays it in. Like it's supposed to be a taffy texture, and yet she's freezing them.
She said, you know, you got to try it.
Sellers.
And I like watching her play.
A lot of impressive stuff tonight from Shyanne Sellers. Warnock. There it is. Another one. Still time for Maryland in this game. Sellers, Euros, got fouled, puts it in, and a chance for 3 for Shyanne Sellers.
The great Kay Yao, the longtime head coach at NC State.
Maryland. Sellers. I mean, Shyanne Sellers is just one of the best defensive players in the Big Ten, and she just uses her length, gets a hand on the ball. And in the absence of J.C. Sheldon and Madison Green, Taylor Mike's still playing some point guard, so she understands how to facilitate out of that.
Good job by Sellers to keep it alive and finish. So she just likes to have fun, real goofy off the court, all business on it. And count it, Shyanne Sellers. Get some high fives from the people.
Are you kidding me, Pam, with this shot right here? Shyanne Sellers, again, another player. She sees the mismatch. She knows she has the
fourth quarter. Really made it a ball game late. Ball slapped away by Shyanne Sellers, who gets it back and strolls in for the first 2 points. Rainey floats it into Walsh, and the Terps bat it away. Pins on to Sellers, down the lane, curls its way in, caterpillar like 2 points.
She's become such a great two-way player, and there's a little bit of a step before when she caught the ball. Create separation and get a clean look at the basket. This zone is so disrupted because Maryland is just so long.
Sellers forces the turnover. 4 Terps in the paint, and Miller will take it in.
And Maryland ends up with the ball. Here comes Sellers. 3-on-1 fast break. Sellers. Oh, a no-look pass to Diamond Miller, and she finishes.
There was the extra step possibly from Sellers, but doesn't matter. She finds Diamond Miller running the 3-on-1 transition break perfectly.
Boy, what a win this would be for Illinois if they're able to pull it out. But they're far from it yet. Terps will not go away. Good pass ahead from Pinzan to Myers. What a dime. She drives. Good pass to Bostic. That's taken away. Here comes Miller ahead to Sellers. Shyanne Sellers. Nice pass. And Lavender Briggs finishes it off. Cook on the baseline. Myers takes it away. Here comes Sellers. She's got Massonis and Myers. She's going to Euro step, and Myers lays it in. The lead is 7, and the Xfinity Center is bumping as Illinois calls timeout.
Terps running the fast break to perfection right there. Shyanne Sellers filling the lane. Abby Myers running the wing.
Really solid afternoon from Jada Peebles. She's now got 5 threes.
And that's a big one. That's a confidence booster right there.
The lead back down to 12, but Maryland gets it right back. It's Shyanne Sellers. And 1.
And if they ain't falling from beyond the arc, just keep getting them the old-fashioned.
Odin runs right into a wall. Tries to reverse course. There's absolutely nothing there, and she turns it over. Sellers gets around McDaniel to Miller, lays it in. Diamond Miller has 25 points. Shyanne Sellers on the drive. That was well done by Shyanne Sellers. She's up to 11. Briggs coming to get Faith Massonis as we take a look at that last little bucket by Shyanne Sellers.
Mike, this is huge, the way that Gabby Marshall's been shooting the ball over the last few ball games. She had struggled from the floor most of this season, but has found her range.
Diamond Miller yet to score. And Sellers. Sellers stuck underneath. Somehow gets it out to Briggs, who's on fire!
Bench production has been huge, giving their team a lift. Lavender Briggs, Brene Alexander, instant offense.
You know, that first game we talked about between these two is just so drastically different. Iowa scored 96 points. That's the most Maryland's given up all season.
And Shyanne Sellers keeps the Terps hot from three. This is
Sellers with the basket. She'll head to the line. This is full-on celebration in College Park.
In the corner, no answer. Ohio State 2-on-1. Fury stuffed against Iowa. They felt like they were embarrassed the first game, came back to beat them by 28, knew they'd have this response by the Buckeyes, and Shyanne Sellers. But encouraging her team that those are the right things as opposed to what are we doing? Up ahead to Sellers off the turnover. She glances and she says, that'll be mine.
Right here, look at this defense picking the pocket, getting the deflection, and then getting it the other way is Shyanne. I'm glad everyone's up and okay because it was pretty forceful.
Oh, Shyanne Sellers. That's just rude. IAA work passionately, retire confidently.
Shyanne Sellers went Keith Gatlin on that one. Maryland people know against Carolina back in the day, Keith Gatlin did that. Oh my, Shyanne Sellers pulling out. You're gonna see a different look every single possession.
And one, Faith Massonis. Baseline out of bounds. Really working for the Terps.
Faith Massonis is one of 12 kids in her house, so she understands. As she should have. That was the advantage that was presented by Maryland's defense, and she took it. No rotation from the weak side.
Sellers, wild shot, goes in. Lead me with that pass.
What in the what? Shyanne Sellers, what? An amazing play. I don't know how she made that shot.
Myers is the go-to player today for the Terps.
She's trying to get downhill. Shyanne Sellers will try it.
Shyanne Sellers gets another tough one.
Miss on the other end by Katie Krupa. This down low to Lavender Briggs. Shyanne Sellers, she's gonna fire the three. She's gonna hit the three. Turner the rebound. About a minute to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Harmony Turner. Nice pass, but it's deflected. Now Faith Massonis. Massonis with a trailer, and the layup is good, and one! That's Riley Nelson, her first collegiate bucket.
How about that for your first collegiate bucket?
Even 4 early for Kubek, now down low to White, and Kubek says no thank you. Shyanne Sellers now, Terps looking to go quickly, 5-on-4, all the way to the rack.
Down low the play before, and on the other end, getting it done as well, Sellers. Something we're used to. I absolutely love the way she has attacked the basket, found her teammates in the corner, or gone up with the three. She's really letting Maryland
Oh
have
my
it.
goodness, Shyanne Sellers. Sellers. Driving inside, Shyanne Sellers all by herself and gets the bucket to go. She's got her third. She's got 11, and now nobody back to stop Faith Massonis. Nice transition work there from the Terps. Bree McDaniel fakes the three. She had one in the first half. Down low, nice pass by Sellers to Kubek. She went to Stone Ridge School of the Sacred Heart in Bethesda, which is right next to Walter Reed. All met honorable mention for 2 seasons in Montgomery County private school first team. They try to go down low to Wright. She cannot finish. Briggs the rebound. Now Sellers. Shyanne Sellers all the way in, make it 23. And we will have a timeout.
The South Carolinas, when 114, they're giving up, right? But when offense has been your identity,
and you're not able to play the same way. You've got to find a way to get defensive stops.
Briggs with an incredible pump fake in for 2. Sellers leaning in the final few seconds. Plays beat the buzzer and wins. Yeah, I mean, she got the shot off in time. That's obvious on the replay.
And I felt like the Syracuse bench were looking for an offensive foul as well, just by their reaction. You can see Sellers does a good job of splitting the D, and there's a slight movement to the right by Sanaya Wilson.
Well, I'm sure Syracuse wants to keep her in the game. Ooh, what a pass! Oh, what a pass! A beauty! Sellers to Kubek. And Kubek again on the floor.
Oh, what a pass. This is what is most.
It's Lori Porter. And that's picked off by Sellers. Another steal from Maryland here in the early going. Pushing it down on the fast break. Looking over to Brene Alexander for 3, and that one's in. To Ari Hicks. Over to Fiddler, picked by Sellers. Another steal from Maryland. Pushing it ahead to Brene Alexander. She's got a 1-on-2. Gets it right back wide open. Good extra look there from Brown Turner as Brene Alexander gets on the board. So Dickerson with the on-ball pressure on Sellers. Coming back the other way and a great dime down low to Kubek. Looks like screen coming from Kubek. They're just going to switch, and Sellers is going to get the open 3 off some miscommunication, and she hits it. Maryland cannot miss right now.
Who, again, she's great ball handles. Again, great 3 that she shot there, but right now.
Screen coming, decides to ignore it and stripped by Sellers. Sellers with the no-look pass to Nelson and the finish. Kubek on the rebound. Sellers hop step into the paint and the finish. What a beautiful move from Shyanne Sellers.
Sellers spinning around against Suarez. All over her all game. Sellers taking it herself and 1. And when Shyanne Sellers takes over, real problems for any team.
That is such an impressive finish there by Shyanne Sellers. Just seeing a little lane.
It's raining threes for the Patriots. They lead by 10. Long pass to Massonis converts. A quick response again there by Maryland. Sellers has it. Nice pass inside. McDaniel converts. Oh, what a pass there by Sellers.
Sellers is feeling it.
How about this pass from Sellers? Oh, boy.
Incredible.
The court vision from her.
And a great finish.
And Sellers steals it. Full court pass, Brown Turner all the way. Timeout, George Mason.
Shyanne Sellers to Jakia Brown Turner right there doing just that.
Again, back to Sellers. Sellers working on Suarez. Sellers cutting inside, putting it up and in. And Maryland takes back the lead. See Sellers here.
And that last
so
shot.
Tough to stop, getting separation and releasing it with the right hand. Pass into Sellers. Sellers gonna have to put this up. She will, and it's good. They're gonna count it for Sellers. A buzzer beater to end the third. Gonna have to put this up. She will, and it's good. They're gonna count it for Sellers. A buzzer beater to end the third. And the kid dance party with a little bit more juice than usual. How about this?
What a shot from Shyanne Sellers.
Working it around Suarez. The Terrapins lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the 4th on Big Ten Plus. Smith taking it herself. No good. Rebounded by Alexander, who provided excellent defense. Here's the home run pass. Kubek layup goes. A timeout called by George Mason. On the full court heave, it's brought down and put in. Shyanne under halfway remaining here in the 4th. Sellers putting it up and in, and another foul. Shyanne Sellers, another chance for an and 1.
We've entered Shyanne Sellers.
Trying to break the press, stolen by Sellers. 2-on-2 break. Sellers to the middle, good pass inside, McDaniel lays it in. Sellers back with it at the top. Sellers trying to go all the way, nice flip shot up and in. Sellers on the board for the first time this afternoon. Sellers on the wing, wants the screen from Massonis. She'll use it, tiptoeing the baseline. Sellers gets the layup to go. Sellers trying to get things going for Maryland offensively. Northwestern on the break. It's harder against Sellers. A lot of contact, no call. Out to Nelson. Nelson through the middle, loses it. Gives it to Sellers. She'll have to put it up. Let's go to the three. It's good! Shyanne Sellers at the buzzer. And Maryland will take a 3-point lead into the break. Grabs the loose change. And here she comes, full attack mode from Sellers, off the glass and in. Massonis up ahead to Nelson. Sellers, pump fakes, taking it towards the rim. Nelson under the basket, puts it up and one.
Here's McDaniel the other way. McDaniel back to Sellers. She'll try one. It's good! Shyanne Sellers exciting the crowd. Take a look at this.
Once again, McDaniel, just the awareness to know that she's got Sellers setting up for a shot behind her, and you can't leave Shyanne Sellers that wide open.
Tries to get it back, and McDaniel did a good job to get a hand in. Pass to Sellers, all the way, it's good, and one. Carbon copy of that last play there, and Sellers has a big smile on her face. And once again, it's Bree McDaniel making a big play.
And just take a look at this play by Bree McDaniel. It gets the 9-6 JMU with Maryland having possession. Here's Sellers inside to Massonis. Great teamwork for Sellers and Massonis to bring this within one. 0 for 4 from deep range to start for Peyton McDaniel. Now Sellers will take a three on the other side, and that one hits.
Not the easiest thing to do, but how about that from Sellers? Just nonchalantly up. Excellent pass right under the bucket for the easy two.
Sellers drives all the way to the rack, and we're tied again. 8 seconds left in this first quarter. Sellers, left wing for three. Yes! Shyanne Sellers, some more late quarter magic in her. Strong defense from Kubek, and it forces the missed shot.
Almost perfect defense there by Kubek.
Wide open is Sellers, top of the key, splash.
That's gonna get the job done. Certainly has today so far.
Sellers, contact, and one. It's Shyanne Sellers' show here at Xfinity Center, and she is up to 24 points.
I don't know how you could stop this. Look at how much contact she takes. Oh, you're gonna give me some space? I'll take that. Goes right to the dish, converts.
Fadeaway two for Shyanne Sellers.
And she is now one away.
You take a look back at this Shyanne Sellers fadeaway, counting with 6.5 to go in this fourth quarter. There's some contact inside, all clean right there for Emily Fisher. Now Sellers bringing it up. Finds McDaniel left side, off the glass and down.
Was that a no-look dish there from Sellers?
Of course it was, and it forces a JMU timeout. Shyanne Sellers taking over the Xfinity Center right now.
Gets the pick and pulls up mid-range. Good save by Briggs. Gets the shot to Shyanne Sellers, and she drains it. 2 times against UConn and Iowa. It's a bit different here because of the defensive scheme. Said that they're less likely. Sellers, you saw that Hezzy there, loves that move. Said it's her favorite move, that brief hesitation. Shyanne Sellers thought about it and feeds Massonis, puts it in with the left hand. A great play.
All over Sellers, didn't matter.
You need a big bucket. You can try to wall her up if you want to, but she's going to somehow. A horn set here for Maryland, trying to create some space, trying to get Shyanne Sellers downhill. You saw Massonis slipping that action.
Oh, and one coming up here for Sellers, answering right back with a three-point opportunity of her own.
Here he goes. Clutch moments right now for Maryland. They need a big bucket.
And they get one from their leading scorer, Shyanne Sellers, three-point game.
It's really been all Purdue's been able to put together offensively.
Here's Sellers, spinning around, putting it up and in. 1,000 for Shyanne Sellers.
Sellers up ahead to Big Daniel. An excellent play in transition.
And then how about that last bucket? They defend, they rebound, they run, and who else?
Close defense out on the perimeter.
Yeah, Sellers got away with a double dribble there.
Just go with a quick two. Faith Massonis puts it away.
Faith Massonis fakes and gets it back. Beautiful dish from Shyanne Sellers. Faith Massonis lays it in. Campy Bryant, that's right. She's got 4. And a hard screen by Ali Kubek allows Shyanne Sellers to lay it in. And Brenda Fries will talk it over with her team. That was a vicious screen by Ali Kubek, flatlining Genesis Bryant, allowing Shyanne Sellers to go.
Back to Brown Turner at the wing, and low again. Kubek finds Sellers as she cuts in, and what an athletic play that was. We'll see if these changes matriculate into points. Layla Filia. Oh, they won't here. It's a turnover. And Sellers comes away with it for the Terrapins. The layup is good.
She wants them continue to work the ball, moving and cutting, looking for layups or threes. Gus and Stephanie.
All right, thank you very much, Kim. Nice look, Sellers, as she deals that one down low. Knocked away, great hands by Lavender. Sellers, nice bounce pass up and good for Brown Turner.
The Terps have been really successful in transition. Nobody stops the ball. Stokey has to step up. Perfect pass by Sellers, the drop off, and you keep.
Nice rebound by Briggs.
Gotta know time and score, shot clock.
Sellers, double pump off the window, softly and day.
Adams takes a lot of contact, teams playing her very physically. She was actually teed up a couple games ago against Michigan State as Sellers sets up Brown Turner.
Really protect the paint. Got to be a little sharper there. That pick and roll coverage. Got to have help defenders in there to take away and plug up the lane.
1 for 4,
yeah.
Maryland is. Well, both of these teams, they don't make a lot of threes as Sellers, body bucket and one. Kind of waiting for Shyanne Sellers to emerge in this game.
You're so right. Sellers has been just a little quiet from the scoring department, but that's a nice little.
Good atmosphere here in Champaign, Illinois. Hasn't always been that way in the most recent years. Oh, what a move, Shyanne Sellers. A little shake left, a little shake right, and a money move to the bucket.
That's her second potential three-point play.
We've got more work to do. You know, we're not blind to that with Illinois.
Oh, sure.
But, you know, with 5 more games after this one, turnaround for Sellers. Boy, she's got 14 points now.
But that's sometimes what happens, though, when you play a team once, you make those adjustments, you're a little bit more familiar with them.
Sellers is trying to get her 20-point game.
And here's Sellers. Nice dish to the corner, Alexander again. She's got it this time, and Maryland takes back the lead.
Fisher, take a look at it, wide open in the corner. She's going to make those more often than she doesn't.
Alexander converts after a few misses. You don't want to let her get hot. Tried to get it to Briggs, who lost it, but gets it back. Here's Sellers. Driving, passing, Kubek scoring. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Brown Turner. Out to Sellers. Sellers inside. Massonis the reverse to give Maryland back the lead.
Again, that's what she can do. If you're Maryland, you got to keep denying her the ball.
Long pass. Brown Turner, an immediate response as Maryland catches the Lady Lions napping. Still Murray with it. Try to give it inside, and Sellers is there. Good job to get that out before a travel or a jump was called. McDaniel inside, Brown Turner again. 16 points for her. Timeout Penn State in the back to McDaniel. Driving, dishing it inside to Kubek. Back out Sellers. Yes! A big three from Shyanne Sellers.
You can see Sellers should maybe a bit apprehensive to shoot it, but she had so much space, why not let it fly? Splash.
Inside to Kubek. Kubek has been really good. Here's Sellers, a three. It's good. Shyanne Sellers. Another look at this three here from Sellers. Kubek with another assist.
Yeah, again, just good vision, drawing.
Terps up by 20, loose ball. That's Fisher. Here's Sellers in transition. No nonsense layup for her.
2007 to 2019. Couple of stops at Notre Dame, her alma mater as well. Shyanne Sellers drills a three to start the second quarter. Season for the Terps.
She's really grown into the game, if you will.
To Bates. Shyanne Sellers, coast to coast. And Rutgers calls another timeout. Shyanne Sellers up to 11 points, 4 rebounds. Shakia Brown-Turner in the corner. McDaniel, nice fake by Bree McDaniel. Drives, kicks, Shyanne Sellers, bang! Two made threes. It was Shyanne Sellers first for Maryland off the beautiful feed from Bree McDaniel. Turner stays in bounds, tight roping the baseline, and now Sellers. Great pass to Emily Fisher, and she's on the scoreboard. Shyanne Sellers up to 7 assists.
They've finally started to come together and get comfortable.
And right out of the timeout there, it is going to be an and one opportunity for Maryland. They needed that. You mentioned some of the freshmen needing to step up today. Well, Fisher will go. McMahon so improved as a three-point shooter, couldn't hit that. Now back comes Sellers, snap feed up ahead to Brown-Turner.
That was a great pass by Sellers, perfectly leading Brown-Turner to the basket. She didn't even have to break stride on that.
7-0 Maryland run. They're right back in it, 8-point game. And Ohio State calls a able to knock one down. But the forte has been in the lane and mid-range shots over the course of this 4-game winning streak. They go back to that bread and butter and get 2.
Great move.
Lavender Briggs was playing, and Lavender Briggs was a tough defender. You talk about what she's been able to do on the offensive end, but it was her defensive presence that makes the difference as well.
Fast break points again.
Steal and score mentality will get you a lot of great, easy offensive opportunities. Shyanne Sellers with the pitch ahead. Brown-Turner right over to Fisher for the easy deuce. She's 2 of 3 now from range, and that could open up things for Maryland.
And again, it's timing, right? Williams not quick enough. Sellers leading the break. The pass, beautifully done. And Sellers has it.
Yeah, right here, doubling down on Sarah Williams, just snatching that grape off the vine, and then pushing with a pass. Again, they need more of that. Oh, push with a pass once again. Touchdown.
Nobody saw Ali Kubek. Got it for Sellers.
5 points for her, 2 of 2 shooting. She looks locked in to start. Shyanne Sellers using her power to get to the rim.
Oh my goodness, right here. Shyanne Sellers getting that body work done. That's the kind of connectivity that gets you momentum swings.
And when we say, Christy, you reward the posts.
Absolutely.
Running the floor.
Please do that.
The rule.
It is.
Bree McDaniel, the pump fake. She lays it in. This Terrapin team, relentless. How about that effort by Kendall Bostic, leading to a layup opportunity by Cook, and the Terps get it back. Up ahead, Brown-Turner on the fast break. It is a quick pace here in the third.
There you go. But it was a great read, great instinctful read right there defensively.
Great move by Sellers, imposing her will all the way to the cup.
Speaking of that, look at right here.
This is hot. Shyanne Sellers with the spin move right there, ending up right in front of the basket. Just footwork.
10 to shoot for Sellers. Goes behind the back, backing down the freshman and finds Kubek. Beautiful playmaking by Shyanne Sellers. By the Illini and Sellers third.
Yeah, watch right here. 2 players commit to Shyanne Sellers, and a nice drop off by March. We want her playing her best basketball, and that triple looked pretty good.
Sellers gets it up ahead. Maryland, not much issue with the Ohio State press so far. Sellers falling away. She's got it.
To attack 2 players. No, she's trying to get open. Well, that time she was squared to the basket, and that was different on the shots that she's missed.
1 second to go. Sellers puts it through.
Yeah, take a look. Shyanne Sellers pulls up with 0.7 on the clock. Clearly, that bucket counts in a dramatic way.
They are fired.
So now they're dialing up the defense and changing some things schematically.
Sellers taking it in. She had 12 points in the third and 21 total.
Barely got deflected, but this is that last play by Maryland. Shyanne Sellers finding a sliver of...
And the Terps are going to reset in the closing 2 minutes.
Whoa.
But threading the needle is Sellers finding Kubek. Assist of the game fueled by Gatorade.
Shyanne Sellers, absolutely like a fastball pitcher on the mound. Threw that thing in at 99 miles an hour. My goodness, talk about hitting your teammate perfectly in the spot. Allie Kubek able to finish it on the other end. You gotta love when a point guard
was a double-double in this tournament, picks it up. Sellers stepping into a 3 and draining a 3.
Because the defense is in a scramble situation, Maryland has to match up on the perimeter quickly.
Popping inside is Kubek. A much-needed bucket, but Maryland... I look at McDaniel. Lob inside to Markowski. She's hit hard. Sellers trying to turn the corner, muscles her way up. Leave that way short, and that's why you bring in someone like Christina Dowsey.
And that's what Kara Lawson talked about as an emphasis for Duke. They have to be one and done because something like that happens. Shyanne Sellers talked about all the newcomers. Well, she is Maryland through and through, and she's made a couple of tough buckets early in this game. You see the size mismatch. She's got a smaller guard on. Rebounding, Maryland is +6 on the boards to start this one.
Shyanne Sellers drains the 3, and they pick up right where they left off after the first quarter.
Finally getting to play together. And Sloan, just a quick note, Kara Lawson did unfortunately have to take Reagan Richardson out of this game with the 3rd foul.
Dowsey inside with the finish.
When they get it out that quickly, up and down, both teams.
Lob inside, read by Donovan. She was undersized, but coughs it up. Sellers, Schmeichel, yes!
This time she shows her ability to get inside and score that way.
She can do it all.
Sellers to Schmeichel. Nice pass, nice finish. And Maryland's up by 13. Terps looking good here early.
She's taken 4 shots. All 4 have been from beyond the arc. She was very red hot from beyond the arc in the pregame, even hit one from court side.
Sellers to McLean, up and in. And that's that Maryland transition defense.
Just uses that pivot, still somehow able to manage her way to the baseline and get another foul awarded to Towson.
Sellers falling over. This is ridiculous.
Absurd is the word to put it. We're over 75 points. Oh my.
Sellers steals, Sellers scores. Finds Sellers near side. Shyanne Sellers gonna do. She finds Dulcie. Dulcie up and in. The 7th assist for Shyanne Sellers.
Day in and day out, but you see she's only taken 2 shots so far in this game.
She finds Dulce again. She's making it look easy right now. Goes out, it gets to lay. The jumper doesn't go. And Shyanne Sellers out of nowhere to get the rebound. Her second. Long pass the other way for Schmeichel. Shyanne Sellers. Her 9th assist of the game. Wow.
The best rebounders in the country, and Poffenbarger, who's played in the SEC.
There's Kubek. There's 1,000. Let's take another look at the moment for Kubek. And who else but Sellers on the helper. Can't find the finish. You always need to know where number 2 is. Kubek inside. Nice find from Sellers. Nice finish from Ali Kubek. Levy. The floater does not go. It's Schmeichel the other way. She puts it in and is fouled. And her impressive day continues. Kayleen Schmeichel can't be stopped.
No, she absolutely cannot be stopped. You see that? DeBerry gets it to Sellers. Sellers sends it right to Schmeichel again, right in for the.
Arterio gave it up for Johnson. Pass inside, intercepted by Kubek. Long pass, Schmeichel. That's 20 for the 5th consecutive game. Let's take another look. Kubek to Sellers to Schmeichel.
Yeah, that connection between Sellers and Schmeichel is just.
Tabiasu spins, passes. Schmeichel couldn't handle it, fights to get it back. Sellers in the corner. Why not? Why not?
Credit to them, they're up 9 anyways. Inside for Sellers, behind the back, no look pass to Ali Kubek for the easy layup. Timeout, Mount St. Mary's. That was a great feed from Sellers. High real stuff. So Sellers, frustrated. They're somehow winning by 17 already. Even on a bad day, they're doing this. It's incredible. Sellers, baseline on Lemaster. So just trying to put one up, gets it to fall, and the free throw upcoming for Shyanne Sellers. You know, I caught her in a bad day. Do they even have bad days? How many times has she walked that baseline coming from the far side in? Uses the shoulder on Lemaster. Lemaster gets her. Mount St. Mary's from Poffenbarger's home county. Tibiasu over to Sellers, looking for Kubek inside. Boxes out Lemaster for the pass and gets the easy layup. We've seen Kubek do that a couple times now. She's someone who I think he'll be excited to be able to develop over the next few years. She went to Howard High School, though, here in the DMV, where she was a 2-time Howard County Player of the Year. Kubek takes the contact, gets it to fall.
Back at South Bend, Washington High School. And a quick fun fact for you all is that in 2022, all 4 girls were on the same squad, and they even won the Indiana State title.
What a day she's having. That's already 5 rebounds. Here's Sellers coming in. It's up and good, and the foul for Shyanne Sellers.
Just beautiful. Got her defender on her back, went to the inside hand finish. It's just a great possession.
Sellers down low, wide open, Dulce. Now Poffenbarger. Sellers driving in. Sellers trying to do it herself and gets it to go. And 1.
And you know, Cheyenne's.
What a day she's having on the glass. Down low, it's Kubek. And that one's good.
What a great steal from Kubek and a great find.
The closest one would be Aralt, who's got another shot. This one too short. There's the 5th rebound for Dulce, right on cue. Quick pass up top. Sellers to Schmeichel.
That's a really tough foul to have if you're a big on the offensive end after a miss. It's not even that she was fighting for a rebound. She's
a little under 8 points per game. Sellers with 12 to shoot. Man, that's what you've come to expect from Shyanne Sellers in her 4th year.
Basketball for you on Big Ten Plus.
Schmeichel working around the double team. Sellers comes back to the ball. McDaniel right under the basket. All right, here we go. Schmeichel double team. Full court. Sellers. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Catches the. Came in shooting about 48% from beyond the arc. Only a matter of time, you got to imagine, before she gets her first. Schmeichel catches Michigan State sleeping and gets it to fall for 2.
She leads the team in assists, and really that's what got this Maryland team going early in this game. They struggled to score. Shyanne Sellers came in, a veteran on this team, has a great IQ.
Every possession at this point just matters so much, not just in this game, but in the Big Ten season.
Sellers finds McDaniel right in front of the bench for 3. McDaniel, the triple, so pure, wide open she was. Look at how much space is there between her and Aralt.
And the pass from Sellers, that's now 6 assists. She's got 6.
Down to 40 seconds. Both teams have 2 timeouts if they want to use them. Wide open is Dulcie. That's her first points of the game, and it puts Maryland up by 4.
And it's the ball fake by Sellers.
State thinks they have a chance, but Shyanne Sellers says not today.
They're just going to let her take it. Be interesting to see if she does.
There's Sellers curling the bucket. Nice pass to Kubek. That's what Sellers has done so well this year, just make plays.
She's been calling her number all game.
0 inside to 14. Kubek lays it in. Poffenbarger, pass to the top of the key. Sellers spinning to the rack. What a bucket for 0. Sellers enters down low. There's Kubek. She puts it in. That connection has been great all night long.
And that's why 2 phenomenal coaches, Gino Ariema and now Brenda Fries, have put so much trust in her.
Sellers and 1. Maryland starting to pour it on. A chance to go up by 20. And Coquise Washington needs a timeout.
Sellers with 7. Sidibe, who's out there wearing number 11 in black, also has 4 fouls now, Ben.
Look at this ball movement. Sellers for 3. Got it! 22 for Shyanne Sellers.
Michael and Sellers, who are 2 of the best on the team, 2 regular starters. You've got McLean, who plays a lot of minutes.
Almost a turnover by the Terrapins. One of now 6 remaining undefeated teams as Schmeichel darts back door and a tough finish for 2.
Brenda Fries said that Bree McDaniel has done a good job this year of staying out of foul trouble. That was something that bugged her last year.
Shyanne Sellers making her presence known in quarter 1 with the 3-point play.
Shyanne
get it to fall. Sellers now pushing again. Smith taking it all the way to the rim.
They're having to earn every inch of this game against the Badgers. Look at Sellers. My goodness! That's what one of the best players in the Big Ten can do.
That's what one of the best players in the country can do. It's going to be fun watching her this summer in the WNBA.
Look at the passing from Wisconsin. There's a whistle before the shot, however. That'll be the 7th foul this quarter on the Terps. McDaniel to Sellers. Baseline on Cron. Oh, just bullying her way in. That's what a 2-time first-team All-Big Ten player can do. Their first win ever against Maryland. Schmeichel runs into Douglas. Sellers spinning with the left.
Loose on the deck and a turnover by Poffenbarger. McKinney stripped and lost it. There's Sellers. Poffenbarger missed the last time, the spin, and this time the finish.
And let it fly, trickle through the net. So then right here, defensively, just getting a piece of the basketball, pushing it the other way. With a pass to Popham. Johnson has been magnificent off the bench for Minnesota, the lefty. Able to come in and score double figures twice so far this season.
Sellers using the screen. This the largest lead for either side at 6. And a timeout by Minnesota.
Shyanne Sellers just does a tremendous job of getting herself downhill, but she's been the recipient of some great screens to set it up. Look at that. Maryland had a 6-2 fast break advantage. Most of that was due to Bree McDaniel getting into gaps and creating offense and defense.
Sellers, the baseline go reverse for a tough 2.
She's an initiator. Now she is a floor setter on the offensive end, but she can also score.
A team shooting 46% from the field, and yet that effective on the offensive glass. 5 to shoot. Sellers, ball in her hands. Pull up, 1-2. Drills it to beat the shot clock.
Feels like that for sure. And this one, watch the read. Shot clock waning. You have to be in the present moment. You can't think about what has happened. They've had a great start. You can't think about what's ahead either.
Kubek's been terrific this half for Maryland. Biasu leads the break for Maryland. Final 3 and change to go. Sellers trailing, tees up a 3. Buries it.
Sellers setting it up, 5 on the shot clock. Inside, the jumper somehow got the shooter's touch, and it goes. She'll head to the line.
You could have somewhat seen this coming. The shots aren't falling yet, but both teams' intensity on the defensive side of the ball has been fantastic. That's just a ridiculous shot. Nothing you can do there.
It was only a matter of time before Shyanne Sellers found the box score.
Good records, great teams. They're fighting for a bid in March. They're fighting for a seed in the Big Ten tournament. They're trying to show the country why they're legit.
Wow. Will that be counted? The officials are going to talk it over, and they will. How about that for Shyanne Sellers? Was hit from behind. Hand off to Wallace. Back to Bryant. Brown Hager open in the corner. Bryant took it through a triple team and is denied. Maryland, even numbers the other way. Sellers.
By Sellers, there on the catch and just took it right away from Philly Che.
Oh, high to low, and the finish good. Perfectly placed. That's Kubik with the finish.
An excellent offense by Maryland. They pull Che out of the paint, and that.
Keegan Leifstein's open. She has been on fire of late. She looked great at practice yesterday.
Sellers fade away. So tough.
Yeah, she's got that little.
And Maryland, one and done for the Huskies. Sellers again aggressively into the lane, and one. Maryland just getting into the Husky defense and heading to the free throw line. They've already been there 5 times.
I love the change of direction.
And they are like, yeah, I'm the defensive specialist. I made the scouting report, but she's all guts and played at the same time Ty Lue played at Nebraska.
How about Sellers with her 3rd field goal? And Maryland leads by 6.
But it's this one for me. Shyanne Sellers, 10 toes down, had to get the basketball inside. And Markowski pays it off because she keeps the ball high.
Ooh, Sellers. Is she injured? Not there.
Snuggles that one home in the net, and then the dribble bump, and then she just slipped. Important in this game against Nebraska.
Tough drive going left by Hargrove. Sellers, baseball pass. Poffenbarger stops and finishes.
Touchdown Terps. Shyanne Sellers with a flat-footed baseball pass that dropped perfectly right in front of Poffenbarger.
What can she do?
Hey, man, listen. She's going to give you everything. Shyanne Sellers in a crowd. She's like, here you go.
Tibiasu, drive and kick. Sellers drives and steps through and scores.
Oh, my goodness. Because of the way Nebraska has been getting those second chance.
And one for Sellers, a chance at 3 with 18 now in this first half alone. Wow. Off the miss, Sellers threads it, and it's Schmeichel with the finish. Nice connection between the top 2 Terps.
Absolutely, and that's what Maryland needs more of.
Markowski fighting. Banker missed, but shooting 2.
Take away the strength of your opponents, and that's what Nebraska has come in here on the road and done to Maryland, especially on the glass.
Sellers with the finish. Amari DeBerry in for the Terps with the swat. Nice back cut, the finish. Ava McKinney, the freshman, they're on the board.
Yeah, that's that weak side cut, and Michigan will put pressure on you if you allow for them to get those face cuts.
Back to our Schmeichel from Sellers.
The rest of the team just 5 points. I mean, that just speaks to their execution and effectiveness.
A nice high low to Kubek for the finish.
And that is just, wow, exceptional, right? 1,500 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists, the only one ever to do it.
And one. And a chance at 3 for Sellers, who now will get her due even more at the line.
Now those are those rebounds that Maryland was not getting against Nebraska. Nebraska was getting a lot of second chance opportunities.
There she is. 10 to shoot for the Terps.
High ball screen there by Mir McLean, trying to go two-man. Olsen switched off.
The duck in and the finish by Shyanne Sellers. Shyanne Sellers taking advantage of what's given.
Yeah, I love this, right? A little ISO ball for senior Shy. And she wants
their respective coaches, those two. And as a coach, that's what you want young people saying about you. In terms of what to watch for Sellers too.
And Shyanne Sellers, since Bree McDaniel has